Louis Vuitton Speedy Soft 30, is it worth it? Let's find out. I purchased this bag about a month ago. I've been wearing it every single day for the last 3 weeks. And in today's video, I'm gonna go over my pros and cons, my first impressions, to let you know if I think she's worth it. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Amanda. I do a lot of fashion and luxury videos, so make sure to scroll around and watch some of my other content after you watch this one. But let's go ahead and dive in and talk all about this beauty. There are 2 versions of this bag. Mine is the dark. They also have one with a treated kind of vachetta looking leather, which is really, really beautiful. But I personally wanted something that was gonna be completely worry-free, something that I didn't have to worry about watermarks or sweat or lotion or body oil or anything like that. I wanted a bag that was gonna be a great every single day bag that I didn't have to worry about. And I just feel like she's perfect. Now, she does retail for $3,250, which in my opinion is definitely a con when it comes to this bag. That is very, very pricey for a Speedy bag in my opinion. However, I do kind of get it. I am gonna share a few details that you do get with the bag at that price that do make it go up to that higher price tag. So let's go ahead and talk about the extra details that you get with this versus just buying a regular classic Speedy. Probably the biggest selling point for me is this shoulder strap. This is what makes the bag in my opinion. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm currently in my shoulder bag era. So I want something that is gonna fit really nice and comfortable on the shoulder and the bag be right here underneath the kind of chest area that I can get in and out without having to take it off. I didn't want a crossbody. I wanted something really, really nice and comfortable right here in this shoulder area. This was really the selling point for me. So you do get this with the bag. You also get 3 additional accessories, I guess you could say. You get this tassel here, which I just think is so adorable. You get this luggage tag. This is probably my least favorite accessory that it comes with. It just kind of looks a little funny sometimes, and I don't know, I still like it, but I'm just still working on the placement of that. And then you also get this chain. Now, what's great about this chain is not only can it work as a bag accessory, but it also can work as an extender for the shoulder strap if you did want to carry this bag crossbody. Bag charms can cost several $100s. Accessory chains like this can be even $1,000. So I do think that this adds to the value of the overall cost of the bag. And I do think it does make the bag look a little more special. Another thing I want to point out is the interior is fully leather lined, which is it necessary? No, it's not. But obviously there is a cost involved in that added luxury feature. In my particular Speedy Soft, it is full black leather. You do have a zip pocket here, and then also just note you do have a double zipper here like the bandolier bags, which is nice. But of course, like a classic Speedy doesn't have a double zipper, but the bandoliers do. So this one does have that as well. And then of course the lock is here too. Another con, but this is more personal to me, is if I could have created this bag, I probably would have done it with gold hardware. However, I do think that the silver hardware just works with this bag because I like wearing it super casual, just every day with my athletic style vibe. Lately, I do think that the silver works. However, I am a gold jewelry, gold hardware girly, so I just prefer gold hardware. But for some reason, this just works. And I do wonder if this bag had gold hardware, would it look a little too flashy? I don't know. What do you guys think? Because even though I am a gold hardware girl through and through, like 99% of my bags are gold hardware, I do actually think this works. Now, speaking of all the extra charms, speaking of the interior lining, let's talk about how heavy she is. Yes, she is heavier than just a classic Speedy. Is she a lot heavier? Maybe, but it's not so heavy that it's really, really uncomfortable. Now, Do not get me wrong. If you plan on carrying her handheld and you've got all of your things in there, she's gonna get heavy. She is definitely gonna get heavy, but I wouldn't say in general she is a heavy bag empty, but she definitely is heavier than just a classic Speedy. Another thing that I was a little worried about when I was deciding to purchase her in store is her size. Now, what I love about her size is that she fits all of my full size handbag essentials and some. Now, what I was worried about was she gonna be too big? Was she gonna be too bulky? And I actually think she isn't. Do I sometimes wish that she was maybe a 25? Sure, but I think that the 30 works because it does give you this really, really nice relaxed feel even when all of my items are in. So she is packed right now with everything. I'll pull everything out really quickly. If you want to see like a true what's in my bag, I do have a video on that. So I don't want to spend a lot of time on that in this video, but as you can see, hopefully everything that I need as far as handbags go is in here, and I still have plenty of room for more. But in my opinion, for this particular bag, I would not fill her up all of the way. If you fill her up too much, she's gonna start to take on a bulkier, more structured look, and that is not the vibe of this bag. With that said, let's also talk about one of the cons in regards to this bag, and the size as well as the color of the interior is she is dark. Getting and finding your things, especially if you do have darker things in there, can be a little bit difficult, but I wouldn't say it's like a full-on con. It's just something to be aware of because she is dark in there and it is a little hard to see things. Okay, let's go and just pull everything out really quickly. We've got my actual glasses in my glasses case. That's not my sunglasses. We've got my toiletry 19. You guys know this is my purse junk drawer. I love, love, love my purse junk drawer. Next up we have, I guess you could say my main wallet. This is the Recto Versa. Obsessed with this piece. Then we have my sunglasses case. Yes, I have a pair of sunglasses in here as well. This is the sunglasses case in the MM size. I will link all of these SLGs down below for you. Then of course we have my 6-ring key holder. Obviously can't go anywhere without this. Then we have the Vendome. This I don't put in every single handbag. This just has my extra cards and stuff, but I really, really love this piece. And last but certainly not least is my iPhone 16 Pro. Yeah, she's in there as well. And that is everything that is in there. She is much lighter now, but still very, very dark inside. As you can see, there is a lot of room in here. You're gonna be able to fit absolutely everything. So let's go ahead and talk about the pros. She's extremely comfortable, very, very practical for an everyday bag because you can wear it so many different ways and because of the size. I also love the fact that she goes with basically everything that I wear because she's a mix of black and brown. When I'm wearing browns, she works. When I'm wearing black, she works. When I'm casual, she works. When I'm wearing workout clothing or athletic wear, she works. I do feel like she goes with the majority of the outfits that I've been wearing lately. Now the cons. She is loud, meaning she is monogram. Not everybody wants to wear a monogram all of the time, but I do think that somehow this one just works. She is a mix of edginess, but she still is that monogram, which can be a little loud in the luxury space. Silver hardware, is that a con? Maybe, maybe not. Do I think she works in silver hardware? Yes, but I just love my gold hardware. Price is definitely a con in my opinion. I think she is very, very pricey, but let's be honest, luxury bags in general have just gotten very expensive. Another con that I want to mention, and again, I'm not sure if this is necessarily a con for me because it's working, but is she edgy? Is she classic? What do you guys think style-wise? I do think she leads more in the edgy category versus classic. Yes, a Speedy is classic, but the way this one is done, it does add that modern edge that I actually like. So maybe this is actually a pro. And the last two things I want to mention in the con area is sometimes she can look a little sloppy. Now I personally love this, but it's just something to keep in mind. Sometimes she does look a little sloppy when I'm wearing her, but I personally think that kind of adds to this effortless vibe that I really love. And last and certainly not least was something that I was concerned about, but ended up working out for me, and that is the size. Is she too big? I think she's perfect. So there you have it. My pros, cons, first impressions, all of my thoughts so far on my new Speedy Soft 30. I'm really, really enjoying her. She is so comfortable, so practical, and such a great everyday bag. Let me know down in the comments, do you love her? Will you be adding her to your collection as well? And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.